Hello? This sound is probably going to be really bad. I thought I was going to be able to use the audio from the Blackmagic camera, but for some reason that's not going through. Cool. Let's see if I can fix that, maybe. This is an all new setup. I'll get to why the camera sucks so much in a moment. Maybe if I add those tracks here. Now, can I use the better mic? Nope, it's not going to let me. Why? Weird. Okay, yeah. I need to disable a thing, but... Alrighty, let's see. Boom. There we go. Alright, give me just a moment. I want to try and get this mic working instead, because it's obviously better. Advanced audio tracks. Okay. Audio monitoring. Blackmagic device. We'll just enable all the tracks and see what happens. Okay. Settings. Camera's a little fuzzy. Yeah, I'll get to the camera in a moment. Audio. Okay. It's not giving me the Blackmagic camera, so I'm trying to use the input from my camera. The camera's connected over HDMI to the computer. It's supposed to be giving me audio back. Yeah, alright. This is one of those things that you can't really test until you're live. I guess I could have tried recording audio. Oops, that would have worked. What sucks is I have a way of fixing this too. I'm using one of those SCART to HDMI adapters, and because that's the only way I can get the 30 frames per second coming out of the camera to show on a reference monitor I have, and that has a 3.5 millimeter audio output. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Ooh, I'm really curious here. I think that's the first super chat I've had. Nope, didn't work. That's annoying. I was supposed to have super chat show up along the top here, but that didn't work. Oh, I'll have to fix that at some point. Song requests, there won't be any music during this stream. So, okay, just plug the mic into your PC. My computer doesn't have XLR inputs. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. I need a sip of coffee, because that's kind of it is. Okay, so first off, camera sucks. Obviously, I'm not using my Blackmagic camera for this. Usually, for my webcam, for other stuff, I use a Logitech C910. But in the process of putting together this setup, I couldn't find it. So I don't know. This camera is the one I usually use for the record when I was doing live streams a while ago. Anyway, I have so much light for the Blackmagic camera that this camera actually can't underexpose enough for it. So I have neutral density filters, and I had to put a neutral density filter on the webcam so it has the correct exposure, and that's making the contrast just absolutely terrible. So yeah, it's really bad. Echo? It should be 2 mics are inputting. Really? Let me see here. If I mute this, can you hear me now? Because if that works, then that would be really nice. How's this? Because is this working now? Can you still hear me? You can hear me. Oh, that's going to be way better. Okay, let me move this into a better position. Okay, there we go. Sweet. Okay, yeah, everyone's really excited there. All right, I'm going to leave that one there. I can get an idea of the audio level. Okay, awesome. All right, I don't know why it started working all of a sudden, but that'll work. All right. Anyway, all right, so first off, let me talk about this whole setup here. So I have a new set. I've shot a couple videos at it. You've seen the dark desk that I've been doing some projects on. There was the space that I shot the computer, the XT computer, and the 486 with the game wall in the background. So this is another space of the new set. And yeah, it's really nice, but I hadn't tried doing a live stream from here yet, so this is all a bit new and crazy. So just forgive me, there's some teething pains here. I do have my good camera set up because we're going to be opening mail in just a little bit. I got viewer mail here we're going to be getting to. And I'll be able to switch to that camera down here, the more important things, the stuff. So that'll look nice and sharp, unlike this whole thing here. So, all right. Okay. So, I think we're pretty much ready to get started then. Mic's working? Sweet. I was not expecting that. Oh, yeah. Gateway any key because it just kind of worked out well for this video. Alrighty. Let's get into viewer mail now. This first one comes from Jim Leonard in Chicago, and I'm going to try, oops, bump the camera, and do the globe in real time as I do this. So here we go. Switch to this in a moment here. Main camera. Awesome. All right, that's a little dark. There we go. And put a pin. Oh, I think I just moved something. Great. Did I just move something? Because I don't think I had that much mail from there. I was probably New York. Hopefully, I don't know. This is pretty... I need to go back and double check everything someday. I need to really get a spreadsheet going for this so I can keep track of it because they tend to move a lot. Okay. There's that. Alrighty. Okay. How dirty black DIY Black Magic remote. Yeah. The Black Magic remote project's been on hold. Since I've known I was going to be going to LTX, I have been incredibly busy. If it wasn't such a bad camera right now, you would see bags under my eyes because I've been up, so late working on stuff. So, yeah, I haven't had much time at all for personal projects in the background. So, okay. Yeah, one nice thing about the camera here is it sucks in case I have to obscure something. Oh, yeah. That's sweet. Let's switch to good camera. Oh, that's a problem. Well, I can just kind of work around that. There we go. Yeah. All right. Main camera. This is Thexter for IBM, PC, and Tandies. Oh, this is cool. Let's take a look at this. If I lay this flat, we get a horrible reflection off of the one of the lights we have going here. Oh, this is cool. Yeah, this is really cool. That is really weird to see an ad from '88 for PC software with a CD. That rocks though. I'm looking forward. Ooh, Tandy disc. Sweet. Oh, I look forward to trying that out. Now, this is one thing Jim Leonard sent me, but he actually also sent this in a separate package, Revolt. Oh, I've been looking for Revolt for quite some time, and oh man, I was really excited to get this. How does this open? No, that's right. It's top. Let's see. There we go. And the disc is... Oh, here. Man. Been a while. This is the kind of thing you'd see edited out. But, yep, there we go. Revolt for PC. This is one of those games that I really, really enjoy, and I always thought of this more as a console game because it was on Dreamcast. There's a couple of games that were mostly famous on Dreamcast that were also on PC. But, yeah, it's cool that it's there. Oh, and then there was a note. Thank you. Jim Leonard also goes by Trickster. So, huge thank you for these two. I'm really looking forward to trying these out. It's going to be sometime later because I am just super busy right now. So, alrighty, let's get this packed back up. Oop. I don't always have to wear the own branded shirt. Plus, it's kind of not fair since I don't have a means of selling that one yet. I know some people might want to buy that stuff. Let me go back to secondary camera. Okay. Up next is a set of 3 packages from Luke in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Let me go ahead and mark that on the globe. Getting the package out of the way this time will help. Trying not to bump the camera or microphone here. Thankfully, all of the mail came from the northern hemisphere this time, so I don't have to try and angle the camera from underneath, which, since I put the globe on this stand, is quite challenging. All right. There I was about to click record. Main camera. All right. Is that a little dark? Not amazing saturation, but oh well. Oh, okay. Oh no, that didn't go well. New York. Okay, I don't know if 4 for New York is right. It's got quite the pull. Okay, we'll put 1 on Philadelphia. And then slowly, there we go. I'm going to need a bigger globe so I have more space. Okay. Let's see. Actually, I want to try one more thing here. Not background. This one. Let's see. Nope, still didn't work. Okay. Secondary camera. All right. Okay. So, as I mentioned, Luke actually... sorry. Sent 3 packages. Now, I've already opened all of these and the next one because these were fragile and I wanted to make sure that they arrived okay. So I have looked inside of these already, but we're still going to open them. All right. So the first one is is that 7-pin or 6-pin DIN cable. Oh, man. A Commodore power supply. Looks like... Another Commodore power supply. And those will make a bit more sense with this box. Which has... oh, yeah. A 1541 Mark II drive in it. Oh, that is really awesome. So this is technically the drive that goes with the Commodore 128, but it is backwards compatible with the Commodore 64, and that drive cosmetically matches the Commodore 64C that I have, so that's going to be really nice. I don't know how many of you follow me on Twitter, but I've been posting getting every computer I'm taking to LTX ready there, and I said I was going to be waiting to do the C64, and that's why, because now I can do a much more appropriate setup for the 64. So that's going to be really awesome. Now, the final third package, so these are power supplies for the disk drives, not the units, the Commodore computer itself, and Luke might actually be sending one more drive, so that's why 2 power supplies. So, yep, let's look at the final box, and we'll go ahead and pretend I opened this one from the bottom. So let's pretend I'm opening it for the first time. Actually, I haven't really looked in this one, so I don't know what's in here. I do not have a bread bin C64, so I would be interested in one. To anyone who wants to send any mail into the channel, your best ways of contacting me for that are, I prefer email, but you can also DM me on Discord or send me a DM on Twitter. But email's preferred because it's easiest to search. Alright, we have a lot of well-protected individual items here. Wow. All right. So, first off, that is extremely well protected. A cassette interface emulator. This allows you to plug in a, say, an Android phone, and I can do this actually. This would work really well. There we go. And main camera. Here we go. This is a cassette interface emulator. It would allow you to plug in an Android phone into here and then use something like Tap Dancer to send a cassette game over the cassette interface. So you wouldn't need to have a tape, like a car tape adapter. So yeah, this is a really nice device. I might actually use this at LTX to load Commodore 64 software, because using a phone or another digital media player is going to be one of the most reliable ways of loading a program onto a C64. So that's awesome. Let's go back to the secondary camera, and that coffee in the background of that shot made me thirsty, so let's give it a sip of that. Oh, coffee. I've actually taken so long to set up the stream, it's getting cold now. Okay. The rest of these, I believe, are all software. So, the first one we have, I guess I can switch to this camera in general, actually. Let's do this. Alright. Here we go. So the first one we have, let me just pile these up off to the side. I'll bring one in one at a time. Revs 1, I believe that's what that is. For the C64. So, sweet. Or is this Firebird? I'm not sure. But that's cool. This is now the first Commodore 64 program on a floppy disk I've ever touched, because I don't have a lot of experience with Commodore 64 stuff. So that's nice. What on earth are these shaped for? That is really weird. A cartridge doesn't fit in that. Maybe a cassette, but that seems a little large for a cassette. That's useful. A lot of games have this as a separate piece of paper, the control layout. Yeah, that is super cool. Okay. Cartridges. Oh, I saw a glimpse that's going to be really helpful. Epic's Fast Load. Sweet. I don't know which programs are going to need that, but that's going to be nice. Alright. Blueprint. I'm not sure if that's a game or actual software. Financial Advisor. I'm going to guess that one's not a game. Cosmic Combat. That sounds pretty good. Actually, a cartridge would be a lot smarter for LTX than a tape emulator, but yeah, that wouldn't be bad. Looking forward to trying all these out. I really don't have a lot of experience with Commodore 64. I just need to play around with that some. Okay, just a bunch of discs. Do I cut the tape or leave the... or try and pull it off? It's pulling off the ink. I'm going to cut the tape. Oh, that's a lot. Alright. So these are all backup games. Yeah, that's it. Definitely gives me a lot of stuff to try out, though, so that'll be cool. Ooh, Skyfox. I have the PC version of the sequel to that, so that'll be cool to try. Sweet. Just so everyone knows, I'm not trying to ignore the chat. It's really far away for this setup, and It's difficult to see. I have a custom color theme on there, and I didn't know that until I started the stream, and it's a little difficult to see. If you really want to ask me a question, doing a mention will make it really bright orange for me, and then I'll see it more likely. So, okay. Go ahead and do a little bit of damage on there. There we go. Ooh. I have not seen a disc case like this before. I like that. Still cardboard inside, though, so it must be the vinyl leather faking design. Alright, Double Dare, $100,000 Pyramid, Wheel of Fortune, Boppin' Wrestle, Chess Champion, Crush Crumbled Chop, Pit Stop 2, Risk, Geos, alright, or GOS, I'm not really sure how you pronounce that. And then more backups. That looks like that's the second karate. Oh, this is all gonna be really awesome. Do you have Atari stuff? Yes, I do. I'm going to be taking an Atari 400 to LTX to set up. I don't have an ST. That's not good. The label for Pit Stop 2 just got pulled off from the back of Risk. Yay. Yeah. I forgot the term, but for the glue that makes it release and soak through the label. That's happening to most of the Activision games for 2600. It's really unfortunate. But, yeah. I don't have an ST. That's... An ST is actually my #1 most wanted next vintage computer. So, yeah, I don't usually seek these out. But that one I might. Most of the time I buy my old computers and old computer accessories just when I happen to see them. So, yeah. Because if I was trying to... I scratched my table that's in, wonderful condition. If I was paying the normal prices for everything, rather than just waiting until I see a good deal, the collection I have, it would be incredibly expensive. Okay. Ooh, Data East. So I'm guessing this would have a slip label. So... I was going to try and guess what this is, but the only Data East game that's come to mind is Metal Slug, and I doubt it's that. Platoon! Ah, okay. Cool. If I remember right, this plays a lot like Contra. There aren't any screenshots. Move crosshair, up, down. Okay. Controls, move left. Oh, it looks like it has multiple sections of different types of gameplay. Interesting. Oh, it's one of those cheap manuals. Commodore, IBM, and Apple all in one. That's funny. Sweet. Oh, that's a really nice shot of a 5150 there. That's cool. Oh, Right Protect sticker. I'm a little curious what's in the game catalog here. Oop, more Right Protect stickers are falling out. Oh, okay. Can you explain what a LTX... Okay, well, hold on. I missed a couple of messages here. Let me go back to the me camera here. Secondary camera. Okay, so that 1541 was specifically for the 64C. The 1571 was for the 128. Oh. Okay, then. That works out. Oh, there's a disc in there. Looks like it was just a regular blank to protect the heads. Okay, well, that's good to know. So that's extra appropriate to use then. Can you explain what a LTX is? So it's the Linus Tech Tips Expo. I will be going to Canada, which is a 1,300-mile drive with a significant portion of my collection, and I'm going to be putting it on display for people to try out at the expo. So if you happen to be going there already, I think it's like a week and a half out now. It's a week until I leave to drive. If you are going there, that'll be a lot of fun, but it may be too late. I don't know. You could look and see if you can get tickets if you're in the Canadian area. It's Vancouver, so all right, there's that. How long do I estimate the stream to be? I only have one more box to go, and it's got something in it that I'm gonna try on camera, but I kind of need to get back to work. I need to test the C64 now. I need to pull out the iMac G4 and test that still. Get it. I'm taking out every computer and I'm testing them to make sure they all still work. Matter of fact, the iMac G4, I guess I don't have it nearby. I'm replacing that keyboard with the messed up keys with another one in the box. And I'm pulling out the computers, testing them. I'm writing a little bit of documentation for every single one of them so people can read some interesting facts about these computers. And then I'm trying to set them up to auto-start a game for every system. So that way I don't have to do anything, just plug them in, turn them on, and then it'll work. So I do need to keep this a little brief. So yeah, it's not going to be a hours long stream. That, and I'm really tired because I've been doing this nonstop for like the last 3 or 4 days. So I need a little bit of a break. But that's everything from the Commodore boxes. So again, a huge thank you, Luke. This rocks. I am really excited about this. Whoa. Oh, it's bad. I put stuff on the box I'm going to be opening next. Put stuff over here. That would make a lot more sense. Coffee. Oh, it's a lot of mentions. Okay. Okay, both intercompatible, yes. Okay, as in one flew over. I don't know what that is referring to. How did you start producing RetroTech videos for YouTube? I wouldn't know where to start, how to make professional quality videos. Would love to try to start. Any tips? I just grabbed whatever camera I had, which at the time was a Nikon D5300, and just started recording. I made videos in the style of other people's videos that I was familiar with, tried to mimic them the best I could because I liked that content and I figured that that would help me make content I liked. So that would be the best way I could advise you to go along. You don't need to buy an expensive camera. I was at the point where the D5300 was holding back my plan for how the videos should look, so I had to get a different camera. But honestly, you can grab a phone and just start recording videos with that. You don't really need to invest heavily or anything like that. Just start making videos and see how you like it, how you want to evolve the process. That's my best recommendation. Okay, I'm going to skip anything that mentions Gen 2 because it's never serious. 1,300. Oh, miles. Okay. Yeah, I know LTX is pretty far for a lot of people, so. Test the C64 power supplies before you use them. Well, I don't know which ones these are. Are these the output 5 volts and 12 volts? Doesn't say whether it's AC or DC on these. These aren't the same ones that go rogue. I can't remember how those go bad. Is it the 7805 in them that goes bad? So I guess these probably have that. Well, I can try doing that, yeah. But, well, honestly, I'm not going to have time to do that before I really... I mean, I don't know. These were tested before they were sent, so they should be fine, actually. It would be the best course of action to do that, but I don't really think I have time right now. Would you test the C64 on stream? No, mostly because I don't remember where I put the C64. I need to find it. So yeah, it's in the box somewhere, wherever that box ended up. So, need to load Barbie Linux. No, that's not happening. Okay, off topic, Draga 1. See future video, replacement PSU for the C64. Well, okay. So, okay. These aren't Commodore 64 power supplies. They are for the disk drives. They are somewhat different. They are not the same ones. They're not the same. I I did actually make a replacement power supply for my C64 already. I think, yeah, I did mention that in the video, the first video I did on the 1541 drive repair, that I know that didn't go great, and I said I'd come back to it. It'll happen someday. I actually have plans for how I can address that in a way that's a bit more logical, and if that drive, it's down here now, works, that'll really help me determine what the problem is. If that doesn't work, then it's probably not the drive, it's probably my C64, and then it's a problem. I'll load a game off a cartridge for LTX, but then I'll have to find new CIA chips or whatever it's going to take to get that repaired. So anyway, I did make a C64 power supply. It's actually just a splitter cable that uses a separate 9 volts AC and 5 volts DC power supply. And that's it. I don't have to make a power supply. Okay. Interested in Atari 130XE. Turning on, gives both audio and video, but doesn't run anything basic. Can't figure out what's wrong with it. I think I have 2 of those. I have a 130XE, I have a 65XE, I have a Zegs, I have a 400. Am I forgetting any? I don't think so. So for that, I'm mostly good. I'm kind of looking for an 800, I think 1200 as well. Something that looks like that would be the next thing for the 8-bitters that I'm looking for. And then again, ST is one of the things I really want to go for next. Okay. Have I received packages from Canada before? Yes, I have one from Nova Scotia. So, looks like it. Okay. Let's move on to the final package. I'm all caught up here. That's one way to make this longer. Is keep doing mentions. But for the next little bit, I'm probably not going to be paying attention to those, so that's not going to work out amazingly. Okay, this package comes from Christopher in San Diego, California. I should have just looked at the label down there. Now I got to move the everything here. Okay, let's see. Can I just cheat and do... Oh, I think I can. Haha. I don't have a pin in San Diego. That is a difficult decision. So, here's the thing, okay? That's real... Well, I think it's far enough away. Let's try it. I want to stick a pin in San Diego. It's really close to Los Angeles, but they're significantly different places. This always sucks. There we go. It is really not easy to put pins in the globe. There we go. That's why I pre-punched Chicago before we started. I didn't know I didn't have a pin in San Diego already. Okay, there we go. Go back to secondary camera. Boom. Okay. This one, I could open from the top, but I already opened it from the bottom, and I really don't want to pretend right now, because this one was a big, difficult thing to get open. So I'm going to start off by saying this was incredibly well packed. I removed all of the packaging material because it was so well packed, I couldn't get it back, all the packing material back in. There we go. This is a Dolphin DTR1. All right. The exposure is not enjoying that. The camera webcam is manually exposed to a fixed exposure right now. So it's not going to auto adjust, but that's the preferable way to do it. So this is the original box for the DTR. I think this is the exterior shipping box. I believe there was also originally an interior shipping box. Well, not shipping, just product box. So LGR actually has a terrific video on this if you want to check that out after the stream. I am going to power this up and show it off, but it's not fully ready to go right now, but it will work. There it is. I think that's the only thing in all of that. Double check before I put it to the side. Yep. Okay. So I will go ahead and switch to the other camera here. All right. World map and oh yeah, so a flat world map. I've thought about that. I really like a globe because it's it's more tactile. It's more fun to have a globe. So I'd like to stick with a globe. I might get a bigger globe sometime, but for now, yeah, I'm just gonna stick with this one. Alrighty. Oh, that's sweet. So, oh, did I forget to run power? Nope, I have power. So the DTR1 is I think it's a 386 tablet that runs a touch-enabled version of Windows 3.1. This thing is really cool. So let's get this on and try it out. Now I did get the pen with it. It was sent alongside, and here it is. There are no batteries in it. I need to get batteries. Some were included, but I think these are original to the unit. One of them has already gone bad in the package, so I'm gonna not use those for now. I'll purchase some new batteries later to go with this. But let's see this thing fire up. Oh, the power supply for the camera is super hot. Wow. Okay, power for this is over here. All right, let's try it out. I think that was on. Haha! So let's see if I can get this. Oh, that contrast that is rough on the camera. Focus is pretty hard to nail because I can't have my focus hinting on because you guys will have to deal with that. Yeah, there we go. Let me prop that up with my box cutter. There we go, kinda, sorta. Good enough. Adjust the exposure a little. Awesome. Alrighty. F1 to continue. And I'm gonna have some coffee while it boots. Oh, excuse me. I pressed F1. No boot device available. That's not good. I just booted this thing up the other day. Let me try turning it off and on again. I can hear the hard drive in it. Hopefully the hard drive is still okay. So while I'm looking at this, there were some other things included. F1. Starting MS-DOS. There we go. That was still very concerning, though. Alright, so we're going to load Windows without zip drive. This has an LPT, parallel port, so it will be possible to connect a zip drive to it. But that's not needed because it also came with the floppy drive. Obviously, zip disks are bigger, but it's really nice to have the floppy drive because this kind of thing's really hard to match up later. Oh, sweet. As a protection disk, you use a Western Digital hard drive floppy. That's kind of cool. Now, again, this has a pen interface. The pen is active, so this won't work without batteries in the pen. So, yeah, but there we go. This is Windows 3.1 booted on a touchscreen tablet. How cool is that? So the keyboard connects with this power connector is a little fidgety. Oops. Anyway, the keyboard connects up here. You know what? I can turn it off. I'm not going to use it right now. So the keyboard connects with this up here. You can unplug that. And then the tablet itself comes out like this. I have another piece that I forgot to put back in the package that's off to the side. That is a clamshell that goes over this to protect it. And then you can just have it out. Batteries going here. Those are the batteries. The batteries, I believe, do not work, which is not surprising at all for when this thing came out, which this might have the date printed on it. No. The manual might. I forget exactly what year this is from, but it's early 90s. Might even predate the Newton, I'm not sure. Forget when the Newton came out. Yeah, they don't usually have copyright notices in manuals, which would have been nice, but nope. Internal Ethernet network card. Wait, does this have like an Ethernet option built in? Oh, sweet, Ethernet. Yeah, that's gonna make life a lot easier. Cool. This part of the case is metal. That is really nice. Oh, yes, backing this up, for sure. Everything on, yeah. The operating system, drivers, everything for that needs to be backed up. This is Penware. This might be the software that makes the DTR a DTR. I'm not sure, but yeah, I don't know. This is, you know what, I bet there's drivers for the Ethernet card in there, so yeah. But I think that might be it. I'm going to switch back to the other camera. I don't really want these in bags, but I don't have anywhere better to put them for now, so I'm just going to leave them in the bags. Putting something in a bag like this, just as a side note, for mailing paper manuals and stuff, fantastic way to protect them, because if the box gets wet, this is going to keep the paper manuals dry. Water is obviously not good for electronics, but for the most part, electronics will be fine if you get a little bit of water on them. They're pretty resilient. The LCD would be the most sensitive thing. You get moisture in there, it may start to delaminate, but the electronics themselves, okay, batteries might not enjoy it, are going to be fine. So, yeah, but the paper manuals, those are unrecoverable. So, yeah, let me switch back to the secondary camera. Okay, that is all of the mail for now. Normally for the end of these videos, I like to bring all the mail back onto the table for one final shot and center it around the globe, but that would be kind of a nightmare to do in this case, so I don't really want to do that. But, yeah, so it's only the 3 people who sent something. There's actually, there's more people who are sending stuff right now, but I really needed the floppy drive for LTX for the C64, and I'm planning on setting up a little miniature exhibit at LTX of pre-smartphone portable computing devices, and especially looking at stuff that were dedicated devices that were the first or really early examples of particular things. So I think it would be cool to have the DTR1 there in that little setup, because it's a super early portable Windows machine. I don't know what the first one was, but yeah, that's sweet. 1993, that sounds about right. Someone put out in the comments. You can't see where I'm pointing. I have a monitor there for, not comments, chat messages, or whatever. And I have a monitor there for the camera. Anyway, so yes, that would be cool. Just to give an example of other stuff I'm going to have, I have an original 1978 release, Speak and Spell in the box, and that would be an example of one of the first, or maybe the first, portable speech synthesis devices, which is something that we all expect our phones to be able to do now. I have the General Magic Data Rover. That will be a great example of a GUI that was designed for touch first usage. The Apple Newton, while touchscreen, isn't really a touch first type of device because of the eMate. That operating system works very well with the keyboard, so I wouldn't necessarily consider that a touch first interface, but yeah, a couple devices like that. So, yep, bring a Newton to LTX. I do not own an Apple Newton. I would love to. I've held an Apple Newton in the box, actually, and I would have loved to have purchased it, but it was not in my budget at the time. So, yeah, I think that is everything for now. I'll stick around for just a few minutes if anyone has any particular questions about LTX or anything. Oh yeah, here's something. I don't think I've mentioned this on the channel yet. I'm going to be at Vintage Computer Festival West this year, so that'll be cool. I'm not going to be exhibiting at all. I'm just going to be going there and attending, but I'm going to bring along my camera and I'm going to try and record as much stuff as I possibly can. I can't remember how they handle the panels, but I might try and record all of the panels with my camera. So we'll see how that goes, because I know that they aren't usually recorded with an amazing quality camera, so it would be really nice if I could capture some nice footage for the panels. I have a shotgun mic that should work pretty well for audio as well, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to Vintage Computer Festival. The fun thing about VC Fest West is that it is exactly 1 week after LTX, and that is going to be difficult for me, but I'm going to make it happen. It's going to be a 2-day drive to and from Canada. It's actually like a 24 to 26 hour drive. I'm just going to spread it over 2 days. So after LTX, the day after LTX, I'm leaving, so I'll be coming back then, and it'll take me, I'll probably get in really late, so I'll need the next day to unpack the truck, and then I'll have like 2 days left before I fly to, if not just 1 day before I fly to San Francisco. So yeah, that's going to be fun. Mentions are helpful in the chat if you want to get my attention for stuff. But someone is mentioning, do you think you'll get to Computer Reset in Dallas before it's gone? So I'm going to try, but I don't know. I need to go. I'm going there no matter what. So I'll say that. It's going to happen. Someone has already picked out some stuff for me and set it aside. So at the very least, I'm going there to pick it up from them and pay them back for it. So I'm going to be going there no matter what. Whether or not I go there when the building is still open to the public or not is another question. I don't know if that'll happen or what will be there. Yeah, it's going to happen, but I can't say exactly when. So that's all very cost dependent and travel and energy dependent, because I'm going to be just wiped out after this month going to LTX and then San Francisco. So okay, are there going to be any videos of LTX? Yes, for sure. I'm going to try and get one video made for each day of LTX, so we'll see, and then maybe a behind-the-scenes video of everything. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet. There will be video footage from LTX for sure. That's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to want to share that with you guys, so yeah, I'm really looking forward to that, actually. It won't happen until after I get back from VC Fed West, though, because, like I said, I'm going to have like 2 days at home. Maybe just 1 day. I can't remember. I'll have to look at the schedule before I have to leave again. So I won't have time to edit any footage. So, okay. Dauphin, alright, is a location there. I would have used to hang out with Curious Mark. I might see Curious Mark there. That would be cool. I think the VC Fed West is at the Computer History Museum, where I believe Curious Mark works. I'm not sure. So that would be fun. What do you need computer-wise? I'm not quite sure what you're talking about there. Just for reference, I'm not going to answer questions about the username. It's not a story that you really want to know the answer to, so I'll just leave it at that. It's nothing weird or anything. It's just not as fun as you think. Let's see. What do you need computer-wise? Well, I've never met any YouTubers. I'll mention that. Other than Draga1, but that's the extent of Draga1 questions I'll answer, because that is just a never-ending spiral. So what do you need computer-wise? Like I said, I would like to get an Atari ST, and then I'd like to complete the original Trinity, so a TRS-80 Model 1, and an original Apple II. I have an Apple IIe Platinum, but that's not an Apple II. So that's pretty much it. I don't really have a hit list for computer stuff that I'm looking for. Like I said, I kind of go with what I find. So, okay. I happen to have in storage a Liberty 2000. Oh, okay. Yes. All right. Yes. Yeah. We talked before. I can't see anyone's usernames because of my stupid chat theme. It's really dumb. See if I can actually point the camera at the screen. You can get an idea of how bad this is. Let's see. Here we go. Main camera. Yeah, that's how lame that it looks. It's really, really bad. So, yeah, that's totally my fault, though. So, yes, okay, I think that's everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this live mail video. I know it wasn't a lot of stuff, but it was all stuff I really wanted to get what mail I had open before LTX. I've taken up a lot of space just for the LTX prep work now. I'm getting every computer I've tested. Again, you can look on my Twitter page for stuff I'm taking. Every computer I've tested, I've then packed all of the stuff for that computer up and put it in a staging area to load up the van that I'm going to be taking to Canada. So yeah, a lot of space getting taken up. Getting mail stuff opened is going to be really helpful for getting some staging room. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that. I thank everyone, sincerely thank you, who sent stuff. It's just really awesome how generous everyone is. It always blows me away. But that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I probably said that 4 times now. I'll see you next time. So, oh yeah, if you want to support the channel, I am on Patreon. Gotta remember all the taglines here. Okay, that's it. I got more work to do. I'll see you later.